A mantra of mutual interconnectedness. Today on Fortitude through Stoicism, and this is my 365-day journey of implementing the ancient philosophy of Stoicism into the life of this modern masculine man. It's interesting. I say that every day. This one hits a little differently for me. I am one that is prone to lack patience and understanding sometimes, maybe. But the one thing we can never forget is we're all connected. The same particles that make up us, atoms, same thing that makes up the entire universe. It's all energy. We're all connected. So the quote by Marcus Aurelius: meditate often on the interconnectedness and mutual interdependence of all things. For in a sense, all things are mutually woven together and therefore have an affinity to each other. For one thing follows another according to their tension or movement, their sympathetic stirrings, and the unity of all substance. Boy, Marcus Aurelius, Roman emperor, deep. What is he saying? Ryan Holiday from the Daily Stoic asserts that over and over again, Stoics reminded themselves of the interconnectedness of life. Perhaps this is because Greece and Rome were brutal places to live at the time. I mean, they were particularly harsh. Remember, animals and people were slaughtered in the Colosseum for people's amusement. Countries were put to the sword, and the men were slaughtered or enslaved, put into the army, and the women were enslaved or sold off into slavery, simply to expand the empire. All of which the futility of which the Stoics lamented. This kind of cruelty is possible only when we forget how connected we truly are to all other beings and the environment. I think about this in modern, right? So modern man, I'm not in Greece, I'm not in Rome. They're not, we kind of are slaughtering animals and still people for our amusement, but at least we put pads on and we put instruments in their hands and we call it sports. And the slaughtering happens over a career and not over one event. But all the same, they're bashing their bodies for the amusement of others. Quiet the masses. Distract the masses. But for me, travel. I'm a business guy, right? So interconnected things. I may be anywhere in the country, but I know that a storm in Atlanta is going to jack my whole entire day up. Why? Because, a plane or a crew or a pilot maybe had to go through Atlanta. Now they're delayed. Now there's going to be a ripple effect throughout the entire system. So then all those people are affected. So then they, again, puke their vomit of toxicity on other people. Oh my God, my plane was delayed. They're going to puke that all over the place. So again, it could be one little effect. One guy at the gate could be tying his shoe, and it delays him from getting in position to, wave the plane. And you hear this all the time. Oh, we're waiting for our ground crew. That little delay could have a ripple effect that could transcend thousands of people's lives. We don't think about that. And most people are so absent of self-awareness that they're completely oblivious to the effect that they're causing on others. This is why, me personally, as a Sigma, time and energy is so important. And yes, I'm defensive over it because while somebody may not go into your pocket and reach in there and take out $1,000, but if they're wasting your time and energy, it's all the same thing. They're all resources. And I contend that the energy and the time is significantly more valuable. I'd rather you go in my pocket, take $100 and leave me the fuck alone, right? Seriously. Give me my day, give me my headspace, take my money. I don't give a shit. But isn't that the truth though? Like, we are so mutually connected and people are so ignorant about what they do to other people. This is why I am so conscious about my actions and now reactions, right? Because I have the ability to fuck someone's day up, right? You piss me off, I can make it uncomfortable just because I'm intelligent, I'm articulate, I have resources, I have a drive that is insane. So if you cross me, like, I have the mindset that I'd rather die than let you get away with it sometimes. So that's why I'm going down this path of Stoicism, because seriously, of that level of interconnectedness. Now, I don't want to be responsible. Now, listen, if that one person did me whatever and I react and I shit on their day, well, they may shit on somebody else's day who certainly didn't deserve it. And I certainly don't want to have the effect on that person. It might be some little old lady who comes after me. Sweet little Mrs. Johnson coming in, picking up her whatever rental car, and I just went through the counter and tore someone's head off. Now, that person's going to take it out on Mrs. Johnson. And Mrs. Johnson didn't do anything to me, and she's a sweet old lady, and she certainly didn't deserve it. This is the effect of the interconnectedness of the universe. So let's flip the coin. Flip it over. What I like doing now is if I see somebody like giving somebody a hard time, I'm talking service, hotel, check-in, restaurant, waitress, whatever. I will go out of my way to be particularly bubbly, that was a nickname in high school, particularly bubbly, go out of my way to be charismatic. I want to rain some sunshine in their world, right? I do that because, listen, we're interconnected, and that person might just change their day, and it might just have a ripple effect. So I'm gonna tell you a story. It was probably 2 years ago. Fortitude, we were doing a February thing. I was doing the ancient scrolls, and it was a month about love in February. Well, it's Valentine's Day, so we did a challenge. It was the 28-day acts of love challenge, where every single day you had to do an act of love, unsolicited, to a stranger, didn't matter, and then you had to tell about it. And so why? It's not bragging, but it was about to take that little piece of positivity and brightness and share with other people. Well, it started to go viral, and one of my very close, dear friends, originally coached her, but now I think she coaches me. I mean, we're just incredibly close. Kristen Anro, she took that, and now I've seen her do it, in subsequent years, and it even got the attention. She was on TV with a state senator and everything. So again, we have the ability to put that negative ripples in the ocean, okay? But the amazing thing is, we, even individually, you have the ability to change someone's entire day. And that might just make the difference. Might just make the difference in their life. That's a story for another time, but I had a conversation with somebody in a plane, and it ultimately ended up saving their life. He had the intention of going home because he watched several guys come in his home via the Ring doorbell while he was deployed, and he was just simply on his way home to take his weapon and end his life. We connected, became close friends for a while. Don't know why that happened. It just was meant to be. It was fate. But again, it was a moment that someone, I'm not taking it could have been anyone that had a chance to have a positive ripple in that man's life. So I want you to take a moment, right, and remember that we're all woven together. We're all connected, and you have the ability to be the rain or the sunshine in someone's world. And that weather will transcend, right? It's ripples. So if you're going to cast your sunshine, that is going to shine bright well beyond your sight. And if you are going to drop rain on them, that flood is not only going to flood them, but many people down the river. Let's keep that in mind today. So again, we're in October. I'm doing something a little bit different this month. Again, I'm asking you, it's not about whether you liked or disliked. I don't need fanfare, but what I'm really curious about is if something in today you got a golden nugget, sparked something in you, a thought, please go ahead and just smash that like button, just so I know that you've got something out of today, because I know I did. It actually touched me pretty deeply today, because I know sometimes that can be a force, and I want to make sure that's a force of positivity. So guys, if you got a golden nugget, please hit that like button. And if you know somebody who could benefit from a little bit of Stoicism, hit that share if you could. Much love, have a great day, and on that, it's time to get in the shower.